Today we're going to work out how to express a relation as a table, a graph and a mapping diagram, and also how to work out what its domain and range is. So we're going to first of all look at our relation. We are given four pairs or four ordered pairs, and we're going to first of all decide what is the domain and what is the range for this particular relation. If we look at each ordered pair, the first digit is the range, and the first digit is the domain and the second digit is the range. So let's fill out our domain. In the first pair we have -1, then we have 1, 2, and in the last pair the first digit is 3. So that's our domain. To get the range, we look at the second digit of each pair. So we have -1, and we've got 1. Again, we've 1, so we don't have to repeat it. We have it written down once is enough. And we have 2. So that is our range. Now we have to fill out either the table, the graph, or the mapping function. I'm going to fill out the mapping function next. The first oval is always for the domain, and the second one is always for the range. So if we look down here again at our domain, we've got the numbers -1 and 1. 2 and 3. So they're the numbers that are in our domain. If we look at our range, we've got -1, we've got 1 and 2. To complete our mapping diagram then, we look at each of our couples, and -1 maps onto -1. So we draw an arrow between those couples. 1 maps onto 1, so we draw an arrow again between that couple. 2 maps onto 1, so again we draw an arrow between 2 and 1. And 3 maps onto 2. So that's our mapping diagram complete. I'm now going to do the table. So all we do for the table again is we just simply look at each ordered pair or couple. So the first one, the x value is -1. The y value is -1. Our second pair, the x value is 1 and the y value is 1. Our third pair, the x value is 2 and the y value is 1. And our final pair, the x value is 3 and the y value is 2. All we have left to do now is to draw our graph or diagram. So again, like we do in coordinate geometry, we look at each pair, -1, -1. So -1 on the x-axis, -1 on the y-axis, 1, 1. So we go to 1 on the x-axis and we go up to 1 on the y-axis. 2, 1. So we go to 2 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis, and the final couple or pair is 3, 2. So we go to 3 on the x-axis and we go up to 2. To finish off, we just join up those points, and that is our graph. So we have our table, we have our graph, and we have our mapping diagram, and it's all expressing the same relation.